Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to dive into one of the most powerful tools in DevOps, which is called Jenkins. So this is my first video on Jenkins. So I will do for series of Jenkins videos. Okay. If you are keen on automation, continuous integration and continuous delivery, this is where your DevOps journey truly begins. So in this video, we will cover what is Jenkins, why Jenkins, how to use Jenkins, and we'll see couple of real world use cases you can't ignore. Okay, stick till the end because I will reveal one secret reason why Jenkins dominates the CI/CD spaces even after so many years. So let's see what is Jenkins. So basically, Jenkins is an open source automation server that helps developers build, test, and deploy code automatically. So instead of manually running scripts or copying files, Jenkins does that for you. So that means automatically it will do all those things. It's like your personal DevOps assistant that never sleeps. Why? Because it continuously integrates code from multiple developers, run the automation tests, and even deploy it to the multiple servers. Okay. However, Jenkins is not just a tool, it's a complete ecosystem within the plugins that connect to almost any technologies you can think of, like Docker, Kubernetes, GitHub, Azure DevOps, AWS, and more. This is where Jenkins becomes the backbone of modern CI/CD pipelines. Now let's talk about why Jenkins is so popular. It's a free and open source, so anyone can use it. So this is where Jenkins, there is no license. It's a free and open source, so we can install on any server and you can use it. It has over 1800 plus plugins, so you can pretty much connect it with any tool in your DevOps pipelines. It highly customizable from small teams to enterprises level for CI/CD system. So and even it will support distributed builds. That means you can run the jobs on multiple servers to save the time. So which is called parallel builds. And even it's been around for years. It's proven stable and community driven as well. So eventually Jenkins become the first choice for DevOps engineers because it removes many technical hurdles between the development and deployment teams. So that is where automation becomes not just a choice, it becomes a necessity. So that is where automation becomes not just a choice but a necessary. Alright, let's see how to use Jenkins in simple terms. So the first step is we should have to install Jenkins either on your local server or in any EC2 server or any VM or in a Docker also, and then we can connect it to your source code repository like GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab or Azure DevOps. And then what we have to do, we need to create a job or pipeline. This defines how your code is built, tested and deployed. And we need to add the automation steps for building the code, test the product, deploy the product, and finally we can notify it. So once this is done, just we can hit the build now option and Jenkins take care of the rest. Of course, Jenkins offers both UI based job creation and pipeline as a code, so which is Jenkins file approach. So this is where real power comes in because Jenkins pipeline allows developers to define CI/CD flows using simply groovy scripting. Okay. So typically organization integrated the Jenkins with the Docker and Kubernetes for seamless containerized deployments. And when a developer commits the code, Jenkins automatically detects the changes, trigger the build, run the test cases, and deploy the updates without human touch. Those are the touch points that make Jenkins so reliable in our DevOps cycle. So let's explore real-time use cases of Jenkins where we can use Jenkins in our day-to-day activities. So the first thing is CI/CD automation purpose. We can use Jenkins where automatically build, test, and deploy the applications after every commit is done. Apart from that, it can be used for infrastructure as a code. That means it integrated Jenkins with Terraform or Ansible to automate the provisioning the resources or servers. And next thing is when it comes to the container management, we can do the build and deploy the Docker containers to Kubernetes cluster where we can use Jenkins as well. And it can be used for security scanning as well. So this is where we can run the static and dynamic analysis tools during the build time, where we can use SonarQube, White Source, we can install the plugin and we can connect them, and we can consider as a slave and we can do the security scanning as well. And apart from that, finally, we can do the release management as well, where we can deploy the safely to multiple environments like dev environment, QA, staging, and production. So eventually, Jenkins helps teams to eliminate the manual pain points that slow down the delivery. That is where organizations scale faster and delivery continuously. So when it comes to that conclusion, Jenkins is not just a CI/CD tool, it's the heart of automation that powers the DevOps lifecycle. So if you are really keen on mastering DevOps, Jenkins is your first and best stop. So please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and drop your favorite Jenkins plugin in the comments, because pretty much every DevOps engineer has one. It should be used for Jenkins tool. So going forward, we will see how to install the Jenkins, how to create the jobs in Jenkins, and we'll discuss about what is the continuous integration, what is the continuous deployment, how to integrate Jenkins with the multiple tools. So all those things we will cover it one by one. So thanks for watching.